You're tired, tired in a way that sleep can't fix. You've been holding everything together, showing up, smiling when it hurts, staying strong because you think that's what faith is supposed to look like. But underneath the routine and the good intentions, your soul is running on empty. You've prayed, but nothing seems to shift. You've waited, but the silence feels endless. And still, you try. You keep trying because you don't want to disappoint God. You don't want to give up. But the truth is, you're exhausted. Not from life, but from carrying the weight of always needing to be okay. Quietly, painfully, you ask, does God even notice how hard this has become? Does he see the version of me that's not strong, not composed, not full of faith? The version of me that's just tired? Here's what you need to hear. Yes, he sees, not just the effort. He sees you, the real you, the worn out you. And he's not asking for more. He's inviting you to rest. You've been taught to keep going, to be faithful, to stay grateful. And somewhere along the way, you started believing that slowing down was the same as giving up. That rest meant weakness. That if you stopped trying so hard, God might stop loving so fully. But that's not how he sees you. He's not measuring your worth by your effort. He's not loving you less on the days you fall apart. In fact, it's in your weakness that his love leans in closer. You don't have to perform for him. He doesn't need your strength. He wants your surrender. That tiredness you feel isn't failure. It's a signal. A sacred whisper from your soul that it's time to lay it all down, not in defeat, but in trust. Not to quit, but to rest in the arms of the one who never needed you to prove anything in the first place. You were never meant to carry this alone. He's been waiting to carry you. You've equated doing with deserving. The more you do, the more you feel worthy. But when the doing dries up, so does your sense of closeness to God. You start to think, if I'm not praying long enough, reading enough, being strong enough, maybe I'm not enough at all. But that voice isn't God. That pressure, that guilt, it's not from him. He doesn't use exhaustion to motivate you. He doesn't withhold love to get more obedience. His love isn't earned. It's constant. It's steady even when you aren't. And when your strength runs out, that's not when he pulls away. That's when he draws near. You don't need to get back on track before he'll come close. He's already here, closer than your breath. He sees your soul limping through the noise, and instead of handing you another rule to follow, he holds out rest. Not rest after results, rest right in the middle of the mess. If you feel God's whisper today, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to hear more. You've been surviving on spiritual autopilot, showing up, saying the right words, keeping the rhythm going while your heart whispers, I can't do this much longer. But God isn't impressed by your ability to hold it together. He's not looking for a polished version of you. He wants the honest one, the one who admits, I'm tired, and I don't know how to fix it. because it's there, in that raw, unfiltered truth, that He meets you most deeply. He never asked you to be unbreakable. He asked you to be real. The pressure to perform, to maintain your image, to stay spiritually on all the time, that's not from Him. That's the burden He came to lift. He offers a different way, a way that doesn't glorify hustle or hide your humanity, a way that says, "Come as you are, even now, especially now. You don't need to earn the rest your soul is craving. It's already been offered." Grace doesn't wait for strength. It meets you in surrender. You've heard the verses about rest, but they've felt distant, like promises for someone stronger, someone more deserving. You wonder if you've messed up too much, doubted too deeply, drifted too far. But the truth is, God isn't searching for the most disciplined. He's searching for the most willing to stop, to breathe, to come home. His rest isn't reserved for the perfect. It's poured out on the weary. That includes you, especially you, the ones still trying to earn what's already theirs, the ones who love God but feel like they're always falling short. He's not frustrated by your weakness. He's not standing back waiting for you to get better. He's walking toward you in the quiet, with arms wide open, saying, "I know you're tired. Let me carry what's been crushing you." This is not a scolding. It's not a test. It's a rescue, a holy invitation to breathe again, not because you've earned it, but because He loves you too much to let you burn out in silence. You weren't created to live in survival mode. You weren't designed to constantly push, strive, and pretend you're okay when you're breaking inside. That's not spiritual maturity. That's quiet exhaustion masked as faith. And God sees right through it. He knows the cost of all that pretending. He sees how it's stolen your joy, dulled your passion, and made your prayers feel like duty instead of connection. But He hasn't pulled away. He's not angry. He's not disappointed. In fact, He's closer than ever, whispering, "You can stop running. You can rest now." The gospel was never about performing your way into love. It's about being loved into freedom. And that includes freedom from the pressure to hold it all together. You don't have to hide how heavy this season has been. You can bring it to Him, all of it, and He won't flinch. He won't turn away. He will meet you with compassion, not condemnation, with rest, not rules. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is stop. Stop pushing past your limits. Stop pretending prayer feels alive when it's gone flat. Stop hiding your fatigue behind a mask of, "I'm fine." God isn't asking you to fake strength. He's inviting you to experience His. This isn't a step back in your faith. It's a step deeper. A faith that only breathes in mountaintops isn't faith that endures, but the kind that sighs, collapses, and still whispers, "I trust you." That's the kind He treasures. He doesn't love a more energized version of you. He loves you, right here, right now, bone-tired, emotionally spent, wondering if you're still enough. You are. And in your stillness, He speaks what your striving drowns out. You belong to me. You're not loved for your pace, your power, or your progress. You're loved because I chose you, and I don't unchoose. Let that truth settle where pressure once lived. Let grace be the ground you finally rest on. This is not the end of your faith story. This is a turning point, not a collapse, but a release. You were never called to carry your faith like a burden. You were called to walk with God, not drag yourself toward Him. He's not pacing back and forth waiting for your next effort. He's already beside you, whispering calm into your chaos. In your tiredness, He offers presence. In your doubt, He offers closeness. And in your silence, He speaks. You don't need a breakthrough to be loved. You just need to believe that love hasn't left. Even here, especially here. This is your invitation, not to try harder, but to come closer, to let your tired soul breathe in grace. One breath, one prayer, one quiet surrender at a time. Because sometimes the strongest thing you can do is finally rest. What would change if you believed God wasn't asking for more effort, but more honesty? Let me know in the comments. Someone needs to read what you've lived through.